Good evening, fellow fermenters. Tonight I'm going to be sharing with you how to set up for continuous brew. I have three things that I recently purchased from Amazon.com: a brewing vessel, a temperature strip that holds in the outside of the brewing vessel, and a replacement spigot. So the first thing is my brewing vessel. And this is a 2-gallon capacity. This is from Sur La Table, Sur La Table, however you want to pronounce it. And this is great, all except for one thing, which is why I bought the replacement spigot. The spigot that comes with it, it's really pretty. I'm sure it'd be great if you were just making a regular iced tea or serving water, maybe only using this once, because it's just made of a very kind of cheap looking plastic, and it's got this fake chrome finish on it. My big concern is I don't know if this is really food safe, and more specifically if it's safe for something very acidic like kombucha or June tea. So I've decided to replace this. Now don't throw this out. If you get this vessel here, keep it. Maybe you could use it as a spigot on a garden project, like a rain barrel or something like that. I'm sure something like water, it would be totally appropriate. So I wouldn't throw this out so quickly. Surely it has a use for something else, just not kombucha. So what I did buy was a nice stainless steel spigot, and it's really important. Make sure you get a 304 stainless steel. This is something that's used in the beer brewing process and winemaking, and it can withstand higher acid environments, which is what you're going to be dealing with if you're brewing kombucha or June tea. So it's really nice. It has this easy action. This is in the open position, and then a quarter turn, and it's off. So I like that. On, off, really easy. And also it comes with hardware. It comes with 2 of these silicone type seals, which I'm going to be setting aside. I'm going to be using the existing silicone seal that's here because it's one piece, kind of like an H. You have a little ring connected by a tube, connected to another ring, all one piece, and I like that. You get 2 washers, and they have 2 different colors. If you kind of look at them, they're convex this way, and you've got the blue side, and you have a silver side. And then you have a really narrow 304 stainless steel nut. And you won't need any tools to do this installation. We're just going to make this finger tight. I think because we're dealing with glass, we don't want to over tighten it. We could end up cracking this beautiful vessel. So I'll go ahead and take the cover off and get started. Okay, so we've got everything out of the way. We've got our vessel, and we'll go ahead and we'll put our first washer on. Again, we're going to do blue side facing towards the spigot, the front of the spigot, so that this kind of forms a seal around the seal. We'll go ahead and put the other washer on. When you put it on, you should still be able to see the blue side, so the blue side facing the inside of your vessel. And we'll just go ahead and install the nut. Make sure you don't cross thread it. It should go on nice and easy. And something that I really like about the design of the Sur La Table 2-gallon container, the heritage glass container, is that the spigot is not exactly on the bottom. So you've got a couple inches here, and that is where the yeast is going to accumulate in your brew. So when you go to bottle, you don't end up with these big, long, gooey strands of yeast. You want a little yeast because that's definitely going to help in carbonation, but not so much that it's going to overwhelm your brew or you're going to have to worry about constantly releasing the pressure during secondary fermentation when you bottle it. All right, and so that's very easy. It's installed. So again, here we get the on position, and then that's off. That's how you'll end up storing it. One final thing that we'll have to do after I wash this is to install the temperature strip. I think this is kind of one of those one and done things, so I'm going to go ahead and give this a good wash with hot water, non-antibacterial soap, just a regular old dish soap as long as it doesn't say antibacterial on it. Give it a nice rinse with some hot water, swish it out with some really sour kombucha starter tea or just some white distilled vinegar. That'll work. Let it air dry, and then we can go ahead and put this temperature strip on here. And the last thing is that you're going to need something else to cover this with. Although this is beautiful, I would love to use this cover. It's just not going to be appropriate. Your kombucha or your June tea is a living thing. It needs to breathe. It needs plenty of air to feed those bacteria. Your yeast is going to be growing in kind of an anaerobic, low oxygen, no oxygen environment. And up here, where your bacteria are going to be hanging out, you need plenty of oxygen. So we'll just cover this with a nice kitchen towel, find a huge rubber band somewhere in my junk drawer, and we will be good to go. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.